It's really interesting when your child has an interest in something that you never presented to them and you just kind of don't know where they got it from. It's like people are like, what is that?
I think they thought that I was kind of crazy and that maybe I was going crazy.
I mean, after she showed me the video, I'm like, wow, this is, again, like this is legit.
I'm like the only person in my family who really loves horses.
The story goes when my wife was working at their child care center, they would be driving up West 32nd where there's like a little hobby farm and they'd have horses, and
every day when she saw those horses, she would say, those are my favorite horsies. And I'd say, yeah, Gwen, those are your favorite horsies. And her sister Jillian would be like,
they're not your horses. And Kim would have to explain, well, those are her favorite horses. That's what she means.
And it was always like the highlight of our trip each day.
And I think that's kind of how my love for horses started growing.
It didn't take long before Gwen decided to be a collector of horses.
I started collecting the Schleich horses, and so I would use like my allowance money that I had during COVID to buy more horses, and then I just kept buying more and more and more, and then now I have almost 200. And they all have names. I have a sheet with all the names on it.
And then one day out of nowhere, she said a hobby horse video popped up, and she thought that was really interesting.
Hobby horsing is where you take a toy stick horse and you ride it around obstacles just like you would riding a real horse. I just thought, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I could have my own horse. And so then I went outside, I found a stick, glued some yarn onto it, and I started riding it around the neighborhood.
There's Gwen with her amazing imagination, and she's having fun in the backyard, and it'll just be like another fun thing that she does, and then they'll be on to something else.
I wasn't quite sure what was going on, what she was doing in the backyard. When she first told me that about the hobby horse, and I'm like, you know, I had the little head tip, like, you know, like what dogs do. They're like, what? What is this? I mean, this is for like 5-6 year olds. Why are you out there doing this? And she proceeded to tell me about the championships in Finland. There was a popular YouTube video that she showed me, and I'm like, holy cow, this is an actual sport, actual thing that's going on.
He kind of felt bad that I was riding the stick horse, and then he agreed to let me buy a horse. I told him it was $250, and that just came with the tack, of course.
I still get sticker shock when I see Gwen wanting to buy a hobby horse.
But then next thing you know, it was a second horse. And then next thing you know, she was roping off the whole play area in the backyard and creating like a stable. And she had to go out every morning and feed them and water them. And so she basically was kind of caring for them.
Not only did she have the buckets out there, but she would go down into our wooded area and bring out all of these sticks. And that would be the bars for the jumps. There was just a point where I'm like, oh, I got some scrap lumber and I want my buckets, I want my crates back, so I started making a bunch of jumps for her.
It's definitely normal for people to repost hobby horse videos to laugh at it. I know some of my videos have been reposted like that. There was these girls at school who would always laugh at me for being a horse girl, you know.
When she was putting it away, I just thought she was just kind of losing interest. I didn't really realize that she was doing that because she, you know, that other kids were thinking that she was weird.
She had packed up the horses.
I'm like, hey, can I take the jumps apart because they're taking up room in my garage? And she's like, yeah, but just leave one set for me.
And she took some flack in the neighborhood a little bit. Just kids seeing her do it. So maybe it's just time to pack it up.
I would think, oh my gosh, it's so nice outside, I'm gonna go ride my horse. But I'm like, oh wait, I don't do that, people will laugh at me. And so I just like stopped doing it.
I don't know if there was like a moment where it was like a big announcement or something. I think it was more just a fade away. So I didn't notice it. I noticed more the comeback. There was an announcement that they were going to have a national championship.
We were like just driving back to Dubuque.
And she was like, yes, I want in.
I'm determined I'm gonna make my parents let me go to this. And so I texted them, and I think they thought that I was kind of crazy and that maybe I was going crazy from being in a bus for 17 hours. And they were kind of like,
thought this was in the past and over, but then the more I thought about it, I'm like, this could be a one-time thing, right?
My first reaction was no. We don't even have time to do a family vacation this year. Like, how is this possibly gonna work?
as soon as I got up the next morning, I came downstairs, I pulled my horses out, and after that, I just started riding every day, and I'm like, if I want to prove to them that they should take me to the championship, I need to show them that I'm fully devoted.
And I was like, probably already thinking in my head, okay, how do I get Kim on board to let us take her up there to do this, so.
As Chris said, I think we need to do this, because otherwise she's gonna always wonder. Once Chris said that he would take her, basically, she was all business.
I had like 2 months to train and get ready, and I was out there basically every single day if I wasn't sick. Sometimes twice a day training.
She will set her alarm for 4:45 in the morning before school, just so she can get out there for 20 minutes.
You know, if you want to do your best, you got to put the work into it, and she obviously did that.
It does not matter if it's 10 below. It does not matter if there's snow on the ground. It does not matter if it's raining. If she wants to do it, she will do it.
I worked so hard. I had the course set up until my dad's grass underneath the jumps died. And I just would practice all the time, my lead changes, my left lead. I'd never jumped on my left lead before. It was a couple weeks till, and I was just butterflies all the time. Like, I could not get rid of these butterflies. Like, I was just so nervous. I was a total jitterbug. There were so many what ifs. Once I got to the hotel, like, everything just like felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders when I met another hobby horser.
Literally right after she got there and connected with some of the girls at the hotel, like, my husband Chris was sending me messages like, this is awesome. She's so happy. All the girls are so happy.
It was like she was with her people.
Cool, Gwen.
Being able to see her happy and doing things that she really loves it's awesome. Yeah, it was just a really cool experience.
So I think just being around hobby horses, it just relieved my stress of like, oh my God, what if? Like, all the what ifs went behind me. I went into the championship day and I'm like, I missed this so much, why did I stop? Like, none of my friends made fun of me for it. It was just people who weren't my friends, so why am I caring what they think? At the beginning of the day, we had like the opening ceremony.
The first one that she competed in, I believe, was actually the barrel racing. I don't think she knew it was going to be outside, otherwise we probably would have packed some like soccer cleats or something to give her a little better traction out there.
It had dewed that morning, so it was still kind of slippery and I fell right on my butt, and I have a video of it. It was so funny. But after barrel racing, we went to 100 jumper.
It's a jumping class, but I guess there's a lot of form and how well you're jumping. Are you keeping a consistent pace going through the course, and that you're clearing them and you have proper leg form as you're going over the jump.
I did my round. I felt amazing about it because of how dedicated I was to training.
And that's the one that she got first place in.
Real quick, I started getting pictures and videos of Gwen's hunter jumper and then her winning it, and then pictures and videos of her being interviewed by reporters all around the world. And I was like, okay, this is something.
It's the big ceremony, you know, and we did the victory lap, and then I had all these interviewers coming to me from like the London Times, the Washington Post came and asked me my name and stuff. And then I was like, they're giving the last call for show jumping, I have to go. So I literally ran, switched my horses, and I ran to show jumping.
Unfortunately, I didn't even get to see it or video because the guy from the London Times started talking to me and interviewing me.
I was kind of trying to hear what other people's times were, and it sounded like everyone was getting around 9 seconds. So I'm like, if I want to win this, I have to like cut corners, like cut them really sharp, not like actually cut corners. There was these 2 jumps, and it was supposed to be 4 strides, and I did it in 2 strides. And then this one was supposed to be in 2 strides, and I did it in 1 stride, and I was so fast.
Gwen came back and said that she had she felt she got a really good time and had a good chance of winning that one too. And so then that was the second one that she won.
I stopped for 8 months, and I got into it, and in 2 months, I was able to get all these wonderful accomplishments and meet so many amazing people because I worked hard. Horses are my life. I don't know what I would do without horses. In some sense, I will always have horses with me in my life. I've never owned a horse, but I've always had at least a toy horse. As long as I have something, you know, my life is complete, so.
It's really interesting when your child has an interest in something that you never presented to them and you just kind of don't know where they got it from.
It's a love of hers, right? And love seeing her being happy, and she's happiest when she's hobby horsing or doing anything with horses.
She is amazing as far as like her future is concerned.
But my main goal is just to inspire other people. It makes me so happy when people say, like, I look up to you. I've just recently started to get comments like that where it's like, I look up to you, you're my favorite influencer. I watch you all the time, I get so excited when I see your videos. I started hobby horsing because of you, like that one really touches my heart. They started doing this because they saw me do it.
Sure, is it weird? Is throwing a ball through a hoop 10 feet in the air, is that kind of weird? Yeah, there's just so much weird stuff.
Everyone should embrace what they do and love it, and also accept like what other people do. You may not think it's cool, you may think it's silly and funny, but it's still okay to ask questions about it. Like, hobby horsing is weird. I can admit that. It's a very silly sport.
I'm 150,000% on board with this and doing whatever I can to, help, support her.
They're the most supportive parents ever. I don't think there's a hobby horser with more supportive parents than mine.
If it's bringing joy and if it's bringing physical activity to people, kids, whatever, hey, go for it. Find your passion, find things that you love, and tune out all the haters.
He's tearing down.
Here, girl boss back. No, come here. What did you do? We tongue-tied you.
Chewy! Tree?
Chewbacca. He wouldn't run off, she would.
Let's try a little higher. Can we try a little higher, Tree?
So he was coming for you, Luke.
Are there cars in the garage?
Can we try a little higher? Chewy! Tree?
She put the stuff in the
Tree?
garage. I was gonna say, it doesn't even have to be just for like a 30 seconds.
Ready?
Hey,
Hey.
hey.